Let's talk about the rappers for a minute. Can we talk about the rappers for a moment? Let's talk about Tupac Shakur for a moment. Tupac Shakur is a child of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, born out of the spirit of the revolution of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, fire in his bones, huh? Boldness and rebellion in his blood. Born from his beautiful, bold Black Panther mama, Afeni, sitting in the jail cell, a revolutionary woman carrying the fruit of life, marking the child in her womb, marking the child with rebellion, marking the child with insurrection, marking the child with a spirit to not go along with what's been going on.
Beat me, young G, with a gift to give.
Only to a certain extent. As long as it's making money. As long as it's controversial and it's making money. As soon as you start like having some kind of principles or honor, hold it down now, buddy. Unfortunately, basketball is a contact sport. And I'm a real no contact kind of guy. Being 165 and all, I'm not trying to bump into too many people. Basketball was never my thing, but running the basketball players, I could always relate to that. Hopefully what we do is spark somebody's career. You know, somebody's gonna walk away from here today and go, did you see all those girls after him? I wanna be an actor. Or did you see the producer, the stack of money he had? I wanna be a producer. But also it's good for the movie people too, to see what it's really like to live. You know, there's no big houses here. It's all projects and tenements. You know what I'm saying? They gotta really understand what they're shooting about. Basketball is, and I hate to make this sound cliche, you know, like all us black folks need to get out the ghetto is a basketball.
Or dance.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that in this story. It's not like basketball in terms of him going to college. It's just basketball in terms of there being something for him to concentrate on, you know, something for him to get his mind away from the negative.
And that's the action in our movie, is the basketball. It's like guns in Die Hard. You know, it's the action.
Rapper-actor Tupac Shakur plays Birdie, the local gangster who owns the street players.
I like playing the bad guy, but I want to play a bad guy that's for real, like a Robert De Niro or Harvey Keitel, you know what I'm saying, with some substance and character, you know, and not just a crazy fool with a gun.
Using his knowledge of the street, Tupac invented his character complete with a nasty scar and a surprise weapon.
I chose a razor, because in the streets of New York and the club scenes, you know, that the thugs carry razors in their mouth. And when they get into altercation, they spit it out and cut. You know what I'm saying? I was amazed. I was like, that's raw. That would really scare somebody. And that was part of the fear that I wanted to bring to Birdie. Check this out. You're not going to college or anywhere if the Birdmen don't win. You might be on another team, but you playing for me, Cobb. You remember that. Good game.
It was during production that Tupac made headlines following his arrest, and despite the bad publicity, first-time director Jeff Pollock was there to support him.
It must be hard for a director to have his main character in jail, you know what I'm saying, and you have to shoot tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? But they never let me feel that. You know, I came on the set and it was just like, I left last night.
The soundtrack of Above the Rim features SWV and the Dog Pound, to name a few. Tupac's contribution was inspired by his trouble with the law.
I got a song called Pain. Yeah, I wrote it as soon as I got out of jail after getting charged, and I felt it, you know.
I miss Pac.
You knew Tupac?
Yeah, I knew Pac. We did a movie together, Above the Rim.
What was your relationship with Tupac? Because you knew Pac, you knew Pac on a very personal level. You know what I'm saying? So you saw the inner side of Pac. I probably didn't know Pac as well, but I saw a different Pac that, you know, there was many sides of Pac.
Exactly. And if you knew Pac, you knew that. And the side that got along with me and him was we was performing arts high school kids, and we were both very passionate about like acting and drama and like love of the arts. Like I went to LaGuardia. He went to school with Jada in Maryland, I think. And I went. Omar Epps is my best friend, and they did Juice together with my other best friend Mitchell Marchand. And so I met Pac when he was doing Juice with Omar because I came up from Howard to go to the set of Juice. And we all became cool then. Then me and Pac did a movie Above the Rim, and we was cool as hell. Like he would do. Pac's work ethic was insane.
Yeah.
And first of all, we laughed a lot. Me and Pac laughed a lot. Like if you watch all our interviews, Pac was silly, man. He was funny, and I was funny, so we laughed a lot. So he would go to the studio and work all night long, come back to the set, and be like, yo, listen to this. And he had me in his trailer, and they be smoking blunts, and his trailer was right next door to mine, so I be half high.
Yeah.
So I come in there with my contact high and listen to Out on Bail, Thug Life will never fail. I heard all these songs he was doing. He literally turned the trailer into a blunt. And so
and he smoked that. He smoked the trailer.
He'd be like, yo, listen to this. And he played like a new song off his like album. But then at night, he would go to the clubs. And my mom told me, baby, now I like that Tupac boy. I think he's handsome. He got his eyes like Snuffleupagus. And he's a beautiful boy, but he hang around a lot of trouble. And so I don't want you to hang around trouble. So I said, Ma, I'm in the hotel. Okay, baby, just to hear what I'm saying. And, but that's God sending me my mom to keep, and I love Pac, but there were certain places I just didn't go with him. And
did you ever see a turn where it was? Did you ever have a conversation with him?
I seen him when he turned into Bishop. I seen it.
Right.
Like he meant it. It was like, during all the turmoil in his life, he had like 2 shootouts.
Yeah.
He had the rape charge. He went to prison. Everything happened like during Above the Rim, and he still managed to put out like 6 albums. Yeah, I seen him when he got out of prison for the second time. I got out of jail, and I seen him. But he was, he was at this point he was legend status,
right?
And so, but he always looked at me. And I seen Pac the night he died.
Wow.
I seen him
in Vegas.
Me and Omar and Mitchell was coming out the hotel of the Luxor, and he was about to get in the car with all of them. And me and Omar and Mitchell, they was in limousines. Me and Omar and Mitchell was in the cab,
right?
And so we got in the cab. And Omar seen Pac. He was like, yo, let's go say what's up. And I seen all these dudes around him. I was like, maybe you should say what's up to him next time.
Man, so you didn't go and say.
Omar was like, yo, we gonna say what's up. So I got out. I was like, you sure about this, guys? So we got out. That's the scared guy. Yeah, sure about this, guys. So Omar got out the car. He went and said what's up. I went and said what's up. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? We laughed a little bit. And then me and Omar and Mitchell walked away. We got in the cab. And we remember looking back and Pac looking at us like, man, I'm glad I ain't in no cab, but that looked real safe. And then,
you got a vibe? Not a vibe, but you remember
I got a vibe of some uncertainty. I got a vibe of, because you got to remember that night they got into they had a beef, they had a fight. There was a lot going on, so it just looked like it was just a daze, man. You there, but you ain't present.
Yeah.
He was there, but he wasn't present.
Did you notice it even more after you found out that he was shot?
No, I was so obliterated by the fact that he got shot. Me and Omar Mitchell, we cried like chicks, man. That was our boy. And to hear about we in Vegas and you just seen your boy and he got shot. We're like, what are you talking about? But
who
then again,
told you that Pac got shot? Because we didn't have like social media then, where
I think we had the SkyTel two-way pages,
and somebody probably
two-way. It was all over the two-way.
Damn.
And then we checked out the news. It was on the news. And then so that was devastating. But you know what's crazy? I seen Biggie 20 minutes before he got shot.
No.
At the museum.
Yeah, Pearson.
I was there. And with my brother Keenan, and Biggie was coming. We came up the party together. We was leaving the party together. Biggie goes, yo, I like your family stuff. Because Tupac and Biggie I had met years ago at Prince's Club Glam Slam, because I went up there to see Pop. There's a famous picture of Tupac and Biggie at Glam Slam. I'm in the background.
Damn.
Twisting my hair.
Hey,
and
man.
So I seen Biggie was getting in his car, and Keenan was in front of me in his SL 500 drop top, looking all cool with his low down dirty Shane money.
Yeah.
And we heard gunshots, pop, 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 pop. He was like, go, go, go. He went over the speed bump. I got in my Rover. We jetted, and then
Then you heard. who it
then
was?
I heard. I went to the hospital because me and Puff went to college together, and so I was eating at Jerry's Deli. I went down the block. Me, Puff, Mark Pitts, we all went to Howard. So I known Pitts since LaGuardia. So, and I knew Biggie. So we went by there, and it was a wrap. And Tracy Lee was Mark Pitts' artist, who's a friend of mine from college. He was out there, and that was a devastating moment, man. 20 minutes before he got shot, 20 minutes before. So my point of this story is, 20 minutes from now, you may be shot. So,
that's got to be surreal because you're like, when you hear it, you're like, there's no way he can't be dead because I just saw him.
Especially Tupac.